There is a carriage near the middle of the night train where the lanterns are kept low, the color of honey held up to a candle, and the seats are deep and soft and worn smooth by 1,000 sleepy travelers before you. You found your way here without quite meaning to, the way you find the warm spot in a bed on a cold night. And now you are sitting by the window with a blanket already over your knees, though you do not remember reaching for it. The blanket is a soft gray wool with a border of pale blue, and it smells faintly of clean linen and something like chamomile. It is exactly heavy enough. Across the little table from you sits a woman with silver hair pinned up loosely. A few strands come free, and she is knitting something long and unhurried with needles that click so softly you could mistake the sound for the train itself, turning over in its sleep. She smiles at you when you settle in, the kind of smile that asks nothing of you, and she says only, "The kettle is nearly ready. Take your time." On the small stove at the end of the carriage, a copper kettle sits warming, and it makes the low, contented sound a kettle makes long before it ever thinks of whistling. It never quite boils, this kettle. It only ever gets warm enough, which is a different and gentler thing, and the steam rises from its spout in a thin, lazy ribbon that curls toward the ceiling and disappears. Outside the window, the dark fields go by, and they are not in any hurry either. Now and then a single far-off light slides past, a farmhouse window perhaps, or a lamp left burning at the end of someone's lane, and it appears and grows and slips behind you so slowly that you can watch the whole of its little life from one side of the glass to the other. The train rocks. It is the oldest rhythm there is, the rocking side to side and gently forward, and your shoulders have already begun to forget the shape of the day you were carrying. The woman pours, when the kettle is ready, into 2 cups of plain cream-colored china, and she slides one across the table to you without asking how you take it, because somehow it is already exactly the way you like it. The tea is the color of the lanterns. It tastes of honey and of warm grass, and of something you cannot name but have known all your life. You wrap both hands around the cup and let the warmth move into your fingers, and you do not drink it yet. There is no need to drink it yet. "We are coming up on the long curve soon," she says, in the manner of someone mentioning the weather. "And when we do, you can see the whole train lit up, every window a little gold square, all the way to the front." She says it the way you might tell a child a kindly thing at the edge of sleep, not to keep them awake but to send them off easy. And sure enough, the track begins to bend, and the carriages ahead of you swing slowly into view through the window, each one a warm-lit room hung in the dark, and you can see the small shapes of other travelers in them, reading, resting, leaning their heads against the cool glass, all of them carried along together through the night. You watch the curve unwind. It takes a long, long time, and that is the whole pleasure of it. By the time the track straightens and the lit windows have folded one by one out of sight, you have forgotten you were ever watching, and you have drunk a little of the tea, and the cup is warm against your chest where you have let it rest. The woman has gone back to her knitting. The needles click. Somewhere down the carriage, someone shifts beneath a blanket and sighs and settles deeper, and a lantern that had begun to gutter is turned down lower still by an unseen hand, and the dark outside the window is soft as the inside of a closed eye. The kettle, refilled, begins again its slow, low murmur toward a warmth it will never quite reach, and the sound of it is like a voice humming with no tune in mind. There is nowhere you have to be. The ticket in your pocket, if you have one, does not say a station, and no one will come to ask for it. The night goes on as long as you need it to. If you like, the woman says, You can close your eyes, the curve comes round again further on, and you will not miss it. It always comes round again. And you believe her, the way you believe soft, true things at the end of a long day, and you let your head rest back against the deep, worn seat. The blanket is exactly heavy enough. The tea is warm against your chest. The lanterns hold their honey light, low and steady, and the train rocks side to side and gently forward, side to side and gently forward, carrying you through the dark fields where the far lights rise and slip away. The needles click, soft and slow. The kettle hums, and the long curve, somewhere ahead in the warm gold dark, is already beginning, without any hurry at all, to come round again.